Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, okay? Last PickUpz video I did was May of 2023 and I looked a lot different. I was growing a bit of the beard, but I hadn't, finally toned the beard yet. My hair was shorter and I didn't look like a lumberjack. But I'm back. Of course, it's a brand new year. It is currently 2024. So of course, it has been a long time since I've uploaded. Many reasons for that, but primarily, don't worry, I kept picking up games. So I figured the new year though was the best time to kind of get back into doing pickups again. Primarily because it's a new year and every game I get now, it just goes and counts, so it's part of the series. I got a lot of stuff at the end of the year, of course, around Christmas, and then so I said, let's just do a new let's just reboot, basically. So welcome back to PickUpz. This is gonna be a short video, but these are my pickups for the month of January 2024. Still focusing on original Xbox, so that's my life still, but not a lot this video, but why don't we just get into it? So to start off, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X, part of the long running tradition on this channel to try to get every single launch title for the original Xbox. Tony Hawk, of course, really popular game series and a very highly rated game series. However, I remember this one, and as far as I know, this one was not reviewed as well simply because it wasn't Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, which was out in like a handful of months before this one came out. So this one didn't have a lot of buzz around it. Pretty much all it was a launch title for the original Xbox and something really cool to pick up. This game's still a lot of fun though. It includes levels from Tony Hawk 1 and 2. And it's awesome. Of course, in the modern day when we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 HD, this one kind of not so relevant. It's hard to go back to old Tony Hawk's games with no reverts, and this one has I don't even think has the wall plant yet. So fun times, but always a good time to go back to some Tony Hawks. We may be seeing more of these in this series. These are fun games, and I definitely want to pick up more since I don't actually own that very many Tony Hawk's games. I own this one and Project 8 physically, but I don't even own 1+2 HD physically, so it is what it is. Moving on, we have a little bit of something personal to me. That's going to be Thrillville, the original Thrillville. This game I remember playing a lot on PSP, and kind of to go along with it, Thrillville Off the Rails. These two games, not the greatest in the world, let's be real, but these were kind of some fun games released by Frontier. And, they're not great games, especially the original game. The tutorialization is kind of non-stop and doesn't really give up. You don't really have any time to sort of make your own park. When I mean that, though, is make the park your own. You really just kind of sit around and do missions, and that's about it. Of course, though, building the roller coasters is the best part, and so that's why they came out with the sequel, Off the Rails. Off the Rails, as it says and shows, you can build insane roller coasters in this game. I mean, absolutely bonkers stuff in Off the Rails. You can literally not complete a coaster and people will still get on it. Pretty hilarious. Both of these games are backwards compatible on Xbox Series X, and of course, even though I'm running the original Forza Motorsport on original hardware right now, in all its glory, these, of course, are backwards compatible on Series X, and so they're fun to revisit and kind of remember what life was like playing Thrillville on PS2. And then the last one for the month, I'm not kidding, this was a short one. Hopefully as we go through the months here, especially next month, big month, we have Persona 3 Remastered, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so big stuff coming next month. And of course, there was a lot of games this month that came out that I didn't get, primarily the main one being Prince of Persia, oh my gosh, whatever the new Prince of Persia game is called, but I really want to check that out. It looks really cool. Metroidvania-like return to form for Prince of Persia, so that's pretty cool. But, of course, the last game I picked up, and, you know, no shocker here if you know me and you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, it's The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Yes, I got the physical version. You can complain about it if you want. The comment sections are there for you. Just you know, go ahead. Go ahead and make my day down there if you'd like. So for those of us that actually want to engage in conversation, of course, Last of Us Part 2, one of my favorite games of all time, and it was stuck on the PlayStation 4 for a long time. And then within a year or so after the PS4 version came out, of course, we already had the PS5 by that point, and so you know, they did a PS5 patch for the PS4 Pro version, essentially on backwards compatibility, and it was a good patch. Really, all it did, of course, was unlock the frame rate to run at 60 frames per second, and that was all they did to it. I think at one point they added motion, like gyro aiming. I can't really remember, but then, of course, they came out with the Part 1 remake at the end of 2022, kind of to help promote the show, in my opinion, and I think this game's been on the channel before in terms of pickups, but then it was kind of like a question of, okay, is Part 2 ever coming to PS5, like officially? They were really late to the party, and I think calling it remastered was a bit of a mistake. It's not really remastered. Really, all they did was up the resolution and frame rate, and then gave like a proper fidelity mode. And then, you know, a lot of quality of life changes that they made in the remake of Part 1, and then that was kind of it. But, of course, there is kind of a big one, and it's what I've been playing pretty much all day today, being the No Return mode. The No Return mode, when they first showed it off, I was kind of like, what? What is this exactly? A roguelite mode, kind of permadeath-y sort of thing. I had no expectations really for it, and then I played it for like 4 hours today. It's a fun mode. If you're a fan of The Last of Us and you're kind of tired of just replaying the same encounters over and over again, definitely give this a shot. It is a $10 upgrade if you already own the digital or physical version of the PS4 game, and then it's a $50 standalone release if you don't own the game at all, or if you want to get a physical copy like me. So pretty dang cool. Though I'll admit I'm a little bit done with this whole thing. These two games are now well preserved and complement each other very well, as you can see there. That's pretty nifty. I do like how that ends up looking. So, yeah, I mean, Naughty Dog be Naughty Dog, but honestly, I was shocked about the $10 upgrade, first and foremost. But then the physical version just being $50, pretty dang cool. But, you know, when you consider the likes of the Legacy of Thieves collection for Uncharted, that was, what, about the same price, and you technically got 2 games with it, and they did a lot more work with Uncharted 4 than they did with The Last of Us Part 2. So they probably should have gone with like a director's cut moniker, but I kind of get it. They wanted to, you know, they did a remaster of the first game on PS4, and then they did a remake of the first game on PS5, and then they're doing a remaster of the second game on PS5. So I guess it makes sense, but kind of a strange one. But, you know, it's The Last of Us Part 2, so what more can you really ask for? That's probably going to be it, guys. Just 3 games, or I guess 4 games this month picked up. This is not including things I got for Christmas or anything like that, just primarily because that would have been a very long video, and then kind of recapping everything that I ever picked up for the last, what, 8, 9, 10 months would have been a little overkill. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're still here, let me know, did you pick up anything cool at the end of last year, or something really cool this month? What have you been playing? What have you been up to? And I missed doing this. I missed sitting here talking about games, but I'm back, and hopefully we can make this kind of a regular thing again. So if you're excited about that, definitely subscribe and stay tuned. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you have a good one. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, ooh, man, it's so good to be back. Stay strong, everybody.